developments in Tokyo, where the military is maintaining a heavily guarded perimeter around the site of last month's terrorist attack. The Japanese government has stated that an unidentified radical political group released a biological agent in the Tokyo subway, less than 1 kilometer from Orochi Tower. Although the area has been evacuated, there have been eyewitness reports of activity inside the perimeter, including ongoing fighting between Orochi security personnel and armed civilians. Authorities are denying these reports, and the military has barred anyone from approaching within 100 meters of the temporary perimeter fence.
You will see the end of days. You will see the dawning of a new age. To be a monarch or a beggar, to lose everything or to become a god, to stand with us or against us. The choice is yours. Remember this.
The world trembles. You must learn or be swept away. Haste! The dead are rising to the siren song. Destroy them. Basic abilities are as effortless as breathing, but power abilities draw upon your reservoir of energy. Lay the dead to rest. Silence the call. Be mindful of the voices.
Listen to the voices that whisper in your sleep.
You must learn focus and control. The Watchers will intervene only in dreams and only once. Every weapon becomes a unique focus for your abilities. Chaos spins in the focus you carry. Master the paradox. Control the singularity.
Speciality Spotlight. Chaos Magic. Working with controlled chaos. Every time your chaos abilities deal damage divisible by 8, you generate 2 to 4 paradoxes. Once 8 paradoxes are generated, one of 3 types of chaotic effects is triggered. A singularity creates rifts in the fabric of reality around you which explodes, dealing damage and knocking down enemies. An enigma is a small beneficial effect applied on your enemy. Purging that effect or defeating that enemy will grant you and your whole team a much stronger version of the effect. Extra-dimensional doppelganger are clones of yourself that can attack your enemies.
The Rakshasa have also come to heed the song. Have pity, but spare them no mercy. They were once like you. The world shakes, the dead rise. You will be tested.
You are cursed with free will.
Revenants do not follow the call. They follow death. You cannot leave this place while it lives. Be agile. Be confident. Your life depends upon it.
Make the right choices.
Fighting eternal darkness is a fool's errand. Wisdom is the light that drives the darkness away. The torch, child. We speak in metaphors because alien minds cannot decipher them. Your path will be equally puzzling. Wisdom must be your torch.
You are with
the chosen, but you must choose for yourself.
Even if this is merely a dream.
This is merely a dream. They are the cats prowling at the walls of reality. You are the mouse. It is best to remain unseen. A clever mouse creeps carefully to avoid stepping on a trap. It's not my place to intervene,
guide you to the light.
But then... Where the cat walks, the clever mouse will walk unseen. A mouse cannot defeat a cat face to face. Talismans can protect you, strengthen you, and focus you. But they cannot save you. Nothing can save you, but the choice will set you free one way or another.
Hurry. We have no time to spare.
Shouldn't we consult the Council of Venice first?
Now is not the time for argument!
What was that? Something's coming out of the ground!
Go! Go now!
Don't hold anything back.
For they speak the truth.
It's in here somewhere. I've seen it. I've seen... Are you familiar with the butterfly effect? It asserts that just a tiny change in initial conditions can dramatically change the long-term behavior of a system. Like a butterfly's wings affecting the weather system, turning a light breeze into a tsunami. Most people take this to mean there's no way to predict or find patterns in a system so easily affected by tiny, random, seemingly insignificant events. But chaos theory is not about chaos. It's about order. It's about finding the underlying order in apparently random data. In chaos. In other words, chaos isn't... chaos isn't. There's always order. Always. That order is what the dragon chases relentlessly. What they're doing is experimentation. They are testing the systems. They breeding butterflies so that they can discern the patterns. The more random data they introduce to the system, the more data they get back. They're creating a model of the universe, one tsunami at a time. But this is a controlled experiment. So the dragon ensures that with every tiny random change, they remain in complete control. They are ruthless planners. And what they're doing, what they're planning, is acts of... In a way, they are terrorists. Except their acts of terror are small, seemingly without consequence. They don't blow up buildings or planes. They don't murder the innocent. They don't have a doctrine. What they are doing is a lot more subtle, a lot more effective. They now have enough data in their models now to predict causality, at least to some degree. They put you somewhere, they have a good idea what's going to happen. That's what it's all about. Why you've been brought here to Seoul. I'm sure you're asking yourself, why me? Why now? It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters now is that you've been brought here because they want you here. They need you here. Everything from the moment they visited you until this conversation, it may seem like a series of coincidences, random events. Carefully planned. Part of a model they've designed. Part of a system. It's an experiment, don't you see? Everything has a purpose. Everything is true. Sooner or later, they all go upstairs. Hi. Me? Oh, I used to be a professor of history at a prestigious university in America. The board, they let me go. I lost my tenure. They said I was mentally unstable, but I know what happened. Someone got to them, and they probably never even knew. As far as they're concerned, I was a troublemaker. That's how the dragon operates. Subtle terror. Arranging the pieces just so to... But you know all about that. I don't need to. At first, I thought it was all just a coincidence. The documents I found, the books I came across, the information I uncovered. But they wanted me here, so they made sure I came here. I'm a resource to them, and as long as they need me, I can't leave. I mean, I can try, but I can never leave. I remember the first time I came across those letters. I was fascinated and terrified, but I knew I wouldn't be able to let the opportunity pass. To learn about the existence of the secret world, a secret history of the world. As the years passed, I became more and more obsessed. I lost my job, my wife. It took over my whole life, uncovering and documenting the secret world. I felt this was my life's mission. Nothing else mattered to me. I was blind. I didn't realize I was being used. They wanted me to document the secret history of the world, but not so that I could go public with it. I'm their private historian now. I'm their tool. I belong to the dragon. Oh, the dragon. They're nothing less than the greatest mystery and marvel of the secret world. From the moment I learned of their existence, I was fascinated. I've studied them, chased down obscure clues, attempted to decipher their complex past. Some days I feel the only thing I've learned is that there's so much left to learn. I've only seen scattered pieces of the puzzle. But you look long enough at those pieces, and a pattern begins to emerge. Shapes and colors, whispered voices, like the buzzing of bees. It may seem like chaos, but there is a beauty and order to it all. Events set in motion to ripple across the world, and the world bends to the dragon's will. Order through chaos. Construction through destruction. I could talk for hours about the Illuminati, yes. They were once a great and arrogant beast, not unlike the Templars today. But they got burned and were forced to change and adapt. The Templars outmatched and outwitted them in Europe, and they did the only thing they could do to save themselves. They fled to the New World. They regrouped and rebuilt. The Templars underestimated them, left them to grow like a cancer until it was too late. They are even more powerful now than they were back then, and a lot more modern and adaptable than the Templars. The Illuminati is built like a corporation. It's cold and pragmatic and not tied to traditions or doctrine. They are all about the bottom line: power, money, influence, control. They're obsessed with it. I'm not even sure they know what to do with it anymore, once they have it, other than spread their web even further. There is no grace, no beauty, no purpose. But it is efficient. I'll give them that. The bull in the china shop. They see themselves as refined aristocrats, but they are brutes. Anyone gets in their way, they get trampled, and they completely lack the ability to change. But why would they want to change? They are in a position of enviable power, more so than any other secret society. No vote passes on the Council of Venice unless the Templars are behind it. They have a tradition on their side. They have a weight. They have the biggest standing army of any cabal. I'm told that there are changes happening within the organization, the so-called New Templars, but theirs is a slow ship to turn, and based on historical data, I don't see the more radical elements being successful. Not in the long run. Temple Hall is built on a foundation of history, tradition, and blood. Without that, the roof will sooner or later come crashing down on their heads. The Brotherhood of Phoenician Sailors is supposedly the black sheep of the secret world. To be honest, I don't see a great deal of difference between what they do and what the rest of them have done. What the Phoenicians lack is the support of the Council. and the power to push their agenda through a vote. It's not like the big three are bastions of morality. They're all willing to sell each other out if it serves their cause. The Phoenicians are just a little more willing to turn their coats than the rest of them. They sell their services to the highest bidder, and more often than not, they're just in it for the money. That's where they differ from the others, and so they are labeled privateers. But why should that surprise anyone? The Phoenicians have never tried to hide who they are, and they have not changed in more than 2,000 years. They're the favorite punching bag of both the Illuminati and the Templars, and the Phoenicians seem to take it in their stride. Still, I fear the Council and its members may be underestimating the Phoenicians at this point. You can only kick a dog so many times before it bites. I believe we'll soon see how hard they can bite. The dragon does not belong to any place. This is simply where they are now, and it's like a maelstrom pulling everything in, spitting out what it doesn't want. If you land here and stay here, you're important to them in some way or another. You might know why and how, or you might not, but just being here means that you are. This place, this neighborhood within Seoul, is like a dragon itself. It's a maze, an illusion, it's chaos, it's the dragon. The competition and infighting between the big three is not new. It's been going on for literally ages. It used to be that they would meet in the open and fight to the death, but it came to a point at the Battle of Armageddon. It was the clash of the Titans, and the world was almost destroyed in its wake. From that day on, the societies agreed there needed to be rules. If the world was ever to discover that it was being ruled by a small elite, and that the demons and monsters of the night are more than figments of our imaginations, there would be widespread panic, and our society would crumble. So they formed the Council of Venice, a council governed by the cabals to keep their world secret. All the major and minor players have representatives, and they have the authority to police the other societies, to a degree. You can only imagine how hard it is to govern those who wish to govern themselves, how difficult it is to deal with as many agendas as there are member societies. But for all the failings of the Council, there is one thing they are in full control of: the secret war. Rather than having agents fight each other all over the place, risking death and exposure, the Council allows for organized battles in approved locations where the secret societies can fight for the control of resources, far from the public eye and with as little blood spilled as possible. You'll be back before you know.
Shy, confused, lost. You're not lost anymore. The dragon found you. And now, you found me. Everything happens for a reason. Every event. no matter how small, has consequences. They will ask you to do things, and most of the time, you will not know why, or what the consequences may be. It is the curse of the dragon. We do not know why we do what we do, but we do it regardless, because they tell us it is right. From chaos, there is order. Order and clarity. The one moment of absolute clarity comes in that brief exhalation of ecstasy. When our minds are empty, we are receptive to the truth. Most of the time, you will not understand their reasons. You will not be able to see the consequences of your actions. But there is one event you must understand. One truth. It's my job to help you see it.
It's all shut down. Kaidencho, everything. From the park to Arachi Tower.
SDF quarantine. Good news for Tokyo, bad news for us.
I thought the dragon thrived on chaos.
Someone once told me the Illuminati had all the answers.
They're saying a bomb. It's never just a bomb.
Something worse. Something that brought the filth with it.
So we fight. That's what us Templars do.
I enjoy a good fight, it's just these trousers are bloody velvet.
Sarah! Thank Gaia!
Speciality Spotlight. Pistols. Understanding the chamber roulette. Use your pistol abilities to spin both chambers. When both chambers align, your pistol's abilities do additional damage for a short while. The damage bonus increases based on the rarity of the match.
Open the gate! I'm trying! It's inside the electric somehow! The filth... No!
Fuck me.
Oh my god.
Watch out! How many have they got in there?
It's gone viral so fast. If this gets out into Tokyo...
It doesn't. We stop it here, whatever it takes.
Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
Thanks for the encouragement, Alex.
Let's do this. Take it like all the other occult disasters, right?
We really have to stop meeting like this.
Don't let it get on you. Don't even breathe in.
It's reacting to us, like it knows we're coming.
This stuff can't think. It's a cancer. Cancer doesn't know you're coming, it just is. New plan. Fight chaos with chaos. Keep the bastards at a distance, then take them out.
That's your plan?
Well, it's a plan.
You've got points, Sarah.
Incoming!
We're gonna need to use some heavier powers. Don't hold back, right?
I was pacing myself.
Listen, Sarah. You have to find Zuberi. We'll hold them here. Make a stand.
Cavalry has arrived. Even where the filth corrupts, Gaia's power endures. Take it into yourself. Breathe it out. Will this broken body mended? Good, good. But even Gaia will be tested by what is to come.
Making a stand? Wasn't working out.
Yeah, about that. This ain't looking much better, to be honest.
Now is not the time for argument!
Told you he would say that.
Well done!
Something's coming out of the ground!
What the bloody hell is that thing?
Watch out!
The gate's opening! They're not stopping!
And they will not stop. This is all to hold us back. Top marks for effort. Someone has to push through. This confusion may be all the time we have.
Someone? Go! Go!
Look out! It's all coming down!
You must leave now. They are asking for you. I'm sorry you had to see. I'm sorry.
Take this. Our age's instrument of chaos. The flash mob, the riot, the anonymous source, the grainy videos of atrocity. We shall be in contact. This house is shelter from the coming storm. In time, it too will be swept away, as will we all. Until that time, this is a place where your choices need not have consequence. In this house, we stand apart from the fabric of the world. In this martial silence, meditate on what you are, what you will become. Ask yourself if you seek to master a single talent or become adept with many. Know that the dragon will rearrange itself around you. In adaptability, we find strength. There will always be change. Return here whenever you wish. This goes well.
Initializing field performance module. DNA encoding recognized. Syncing. Sync complete. Field performance module online.
Welcome to the Dragon. Sorry about the rough handling. Time's short and we don't have the luxury of a soft landing. I'm Bong Cha. I'm the voice of the Dragon. You don't speak with the child. You don't speak with the monks. You speak with me. You get your instructions from me. That's how it works. Are we clear? We believe in free will, within boundaries. I'm gonna set those boundaries for you, and then it's up to you to make your own choices. We all have a role to play, and we're all part of the Dragon. The head, the mouth, the claws and fire. Even the dust and debris swept along in our wake. We're all part of the equation, the reality disruption. We're agents of chaos, and we do what needs to be done to shape the future. We do what is necessary. At this moment, new systems are forming on Solomon Island. Think of it like the weather. A storm is brewing, and you're the butterfly. You need to flap your wings, add another chaotic event to the mix. Aside from our rivals on the Council, no one's getting in or out of Solomon Island. The only road is through Agartha, and your kind has the right-of-way in there. There are predictions, models. But even if I did show them to you, you wouldn't have a clue how to read them. Trust us to know where you'll be useful, where you'll be able to disrupt and add discord. The Templars and the Illuminati are racing to unlock the secrets of Solomon Island. We could wait and let them tear each other apart, but there are designs, models, awaiting new data, fresh agitators, acts of gentle terror. It's time to leave.
Hello? Yes? Now, this is the Hollow Earth, Agartha. I do hope you're not here for the local service. It's running somewhat tardy. And by my watch, it's 100 years overdue at 1:15. Judging from the cut of you, you're more of a world traveler. Well, you've come to the right place. This underground realm, like the Great British Rail System, is the very model of efficiency. Agartha's thoroughfares sprout from the Tree of Life and connect back to the surface. Distance and time bend in here. Why, you can cross the globe in a brisk walk. Of course, it's perfectly safe. No one's entirely sure how it works. Quite bedeviled, the science boffins, but I'm assured they have their top men on it. Top men. Now, you'll need one of these. Mind your fingers. Thank you. Fascinating devices. Fortunately, there's still enough to hand out like sweets. Consider it your anchor to the Hollow Earth. It can return you here in a flash. Proverbially and quite literally. Well then, onwards to the New England coast, what? Come along, come along.
Promoted. Faction rank increased. New rank, the Receptive.
Oh, don't worry, kid. You haven't gone back in time. I just happen to be the last of the cowboys. Got your southern welcome right here. Mesquite beans, Texas style. Good ought to face evil on a full stomach. Name's Boone. I'm a troubleshooter. You and I need to have a little powwow before you go shooting for trouble. Yeah, chaos theory is all well and good in theory, but what we're dealing with here is chaos in practice. And what'll a dragon make of that? Sure, you can be divided in purpose, but we gotta stand united against darkness. This ain't my first rodeo. I know we're gonna need all the unity we can get. Don't mean to say you stepped into hell, but when the wind blows west, you can just about smell the brimstone. All we know is death and fog came from the sea, or someone brought it back with them. And if I was a gambling man, I'd put money on that someone still being around. Bunch of survivors holed up in Kingsmouth town. Follow that main road and the sound of gunfire, you'll come to the sheriff's office. Kid, whatever your reasons for being here, you find out what those people died for, and you bring a reckoning. This forest crawls. Gets my fingers itching for two matters. One, the other, figuring out a way to keep 'em down. It ain't right the way the dead walk the earth. They deserve their 6 feet, same as everyone else. I've sworn to keeping guard here, and you've got places to be, but nothing's stopping you from culling the herd as you go. Hell, figure out what makes them tick and how to make that ticking stop, and I'll buy you a beer at the apocalypse. So go on, kid. Saddle up. The end of the world waits for no man. I come from the South, the real old South. My partner Wolf and I ride for a higher authority. When you need to know us, you'll know us. You got a whole lot to learn about the secret world first, kid. And when you're all learned up, then you gotta understand what you learned. Kinda like peeling the layers off an onion. Probably be as much weeping involved, too. Won't lie to you. Won't talk down to you, neither. You and me, we're the same. I'm just a little more experienced is all. And experience don't count for much these days. We've been stretched out thin as gauze, and we need all the cool heads and steady hands we can get. Thought I had a measure of the absolute darkness in this world. The darkness waiting its turn, patient as all hell to come through. Turns out I was wrong. So, guess we both got some learning to do. Too much going wrong for such a little island. But this is how it always starts, as I've borne witness more times than I care to remember. Begins with a single act. Usually someone being damn stupid, damn greedy, or both. Let me tell you, kid, that kind is the worst kind. Then it just piles on and piles on. And once that cellar door's open, Ain't no one wedging the damn thing shut again. You won't find ordinary people in a place like Solomon Island. They've all been touched. Because, you see, here's the thing about the secret world. It's the kind of secret that spreads. The kind that sticks. Hell, that's how myth and legend got going. On a whisper. Passed door to door, gone viral. Mighty dangerous things to get into people's heads. That's why most myths are 99% warning. Yeah, about as effective as the ones they slap on a packet of smokes. Sign of the times to see your people back in circulation. The dragon. You play your cards with one hell of a poker face, and then the casino goes up in smoke, and you were never there. Hell of a coincidence. The other societies are pissing in their pants. You know that, don't you? Afraid of what you might mean. That all the empires they've been building up brick by brick for centuries gonna mean squat in the end. Could be you're right, but hell, I never wrapped my head around chaos theory. Even if what happened here was because a butterfly flapped its wings or some such, I'd find it hard to begrudge the butterfly. Well, I heard you guys have a whole orchards of the critters. Well, you listen, kid, I ain't here to pass no judgment. Find the measure yourself. And if it should match up with the company you keep, well, then I tip my hat to you. Society is what keeps us apart from the dark.
Heck if I know where you folks keep coming from, but anyone who walks through that door alive pretty much gets my amnesty. Something in your past colors you sourly to a badge, I'd ask you to call it quits in return. We agreeable? Well then, I'm Sheriff Bannerman, and this down-home little state of emergency is what's left of my jurisdiction. Sure, we tried to hold as much of the town as we could at first, more out of nostalgia than any civil defense plan. I won't tell you Kingsmouth was a slice of heaven in a snow globe, but it was ours. Now it ain't. There was always something running under in this town. Maybe what's spilled out now. If that's how it works, I couldn't say hand on heart we didn't have it coming. But that fog, and the things in it, they didn't pick and choose when they came in. Most folks didn't stand a chance. Now, I can see you're armed. I won't kick up any fuss about that. Straight truth is, you'll need to be. Just don't go thinking that means you're deputized as such. Heaven knows if there was ever a time and a place for the right to bear 'em, you're looking at it. Henry has his word of God, that Roger woman has her crystal ball, and Norma out on the point's got a 12 gauge. My money's on Norma.
Now you are a sight for sore eyes.